Pravin H. Parekh previously held 6 terms elected President of Supreme Court Bar Association from 2004 till 2014. Also Harvard Club of India 2001 to 2014 and Supreme Court Advocates on Record Association from 1994 till 2004. He also held the position of Managing Trustee of Consumer Education and Research Center from 1981 till 2014. Mr. Parekh's legal practice graph extends for 56 years starting from 1996 in Bombay High Court, Supreme Court of India since 1969 till date. He was also appointed as arbitrator by ICC Paris and national and international organizations from 1985 onwards. Mostly importantly, he has passed advocate on record exam conducted by Supreme Court and secured first-class first position in 1971 and also designated as senior advocate by the Supreme Court in the year 2007. He is active in fighting for the rights of women and children and disadvantaged sections, arranging large number of seminars on these crucial issues. Conferred Padma Shri by the Honorable President of Indian, Pravin H. Parekh presently holds presidential positions of Indian Society of International Law, Confederation of Indian Bar and Supreme Court Bar Cooperative House Building Society. He also plays the role of Secretary General of International Institute of Human Rights Society and Secretary to Supreme Court Middle Income Group, Legal Aid Society Supreme Court of Indian and Organizing Secretary to International Law Association London Regional Branch, India. Pravin H. Parekh is a senior counsel practicing at Supreme Court of India. He has been in the legal practice since 53 years now. He has served for 10 years as the President of Supreme Court Advocates Association. He has served 6 times as the President of the Supreme Court Bar Association of India. In 2012, he was conferred with Padma Shri, the 4th highest Indian civilian honor.
Namaskar. Today, we are the senior leader of the nation, none other than Mr. Pravin H. Parekh, the legendary legend of the entire legal fraternity, not only here in India, but is also having a name, fame across the globe. Pravin H. Parekh is the designated senior advocate from Supreme Court of India. He has today got the record of 10 times as the President of Supreme Court Advocate on Record Association. Besides that, he is the President of Supreme Court Bar Association for 6 terms.
Sir, please tell us something about your childhood.
I was in Bhavnagar, is a district place in Gujarat, and my father was a teacher in Bhavnagar. He was not having too much money, but I learned a lot. My mother did not have too much of education, but she was an excellent mother. She looked after me very well. In the beginning, in Gujarat, everything was taught in Gujarati. So not only in the schools, but even colleges also, they would teach in Gujarati. फिर मैं मेट्रिकुलेशन किया, फिर फर्स्ट ईयर 1 ईयर में लॉ कॉलेज में गया भावनगर में. फिर मुझे लगा कि यहाँ तो सब गुजराती ही है, जो टीचर्स वाले, जो इंग्लिश वाले टीचर्स भी गुजराती में बात करते थे. फिर मैंने सोचा कि मैं क्या बम्बई में क्यों ना चला जाऊँ, क्योंकि बम्बई में अब अच्छी एजुकेशंस भी है और वहाँ इंग्लिश भी अच्छी तरह से आप सीखूँगा और फिर बाद में कहूँगा. और मैंने तभी से ऐसा डिसाइड किया था कि मुझे वकील बनना है. वो जब मैं स्कूल में था तब से मेरा डिसीजन था कि मुझे वकील बनना है. मैं कभी कभी कुछ देखा था, सुना था कि वकील बहुत अच्छा होता है और इस तरह से मुझे इच्छा था. फिर मैंने बोला गुजराती मैं करूँगा तो मैं कैसे वकील बनूँगा, सब हमारी किताब भी अंग्रेजी में होती है. सो हाउ डू आई डू? So I decided to go to Bombay. In Bombay, it was very difficult for me because everything I knew was in Gujarati, and in Bombay everything had to be done in English. And I had a good marks because those days it used to be called matriculation. The last examination for the school was the matriculation. So in matriculation I had passed first class. First class was very difficult those days. 60% marks was the first class those days, and it was but I had a marks. And I went to Bombay and I made an application in 4 or 5 colleges to start join in the college. In Elphinstone College was those days one of the number 1 college. वहाँ भी मैंने अप्लाई किया, तो मेरा मार्क्स तो इट वाज अच्छे थे, तो इसलिए मुझे बुलाया. लेकिन उसके बाद वो हमको क्वेश्चंस भी कहते हैं, अकेले मार्क्स से नहीं चलाते हैं. दे क्वेश्चंस बाय द, सो देयर वाज एक प्रिंसिपल थे और 2 प्रोफेसर्स थे. वो 3 लोगों ने क्वेश्चन बोलते. जब क्वेश्चन के लिए मेरा नाम आया, मैं अंदर गया, तो बिफोर दे कुड स्पीक आई टोल्ड देम दैट I have learnt everything in Gujarati, so if I make some mistakes in English, please pardon me. Now one of the Parsi lady professor was there. She speaks Gujarati. Parsi speak Gujarati. But they were a different Gujarati, but it is. So she started talking to me in Gujarati, and started telling that you will learn everything in English once you are in this college. And there were 3 principal and 2 colleges. They all asked me questions, and I was very lucky. They said yes, that you will be entered in the Elphinstone College. After that, my problem was there were so many professors, and I was not able to understand what the professors are speaking. One of the professor was from the Tamil Nadu, and his English was absolutely different, and I was in a great difficulty. But I wanted to do well, and therefore it was good, and I started very well, and I started getting good marks. After passing that thing, then I had to do the law college when I finished my BA honors. So for law college also, I had a good marks, so I got entry, and the government law college was number 1. Today he may be number 1 or 2 in Bombay, but it was an excellent college. And there again I had the problem of English, not knowledge of English was a problem there also. But gradually I kept on very well, and I got good marks. Everywhere I got good marks despite my being not knowing too much of English. Then after passing that my law college, then I practiced 1 year in Bombay, and in that 1 year I learnt something. But I thought I was those days. I mean, I was too small and to think. But I thought I want to practice in Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court to Delhi में ही है. It is not in Bombay, and I shifted to Delhi, and there again I had a lot of problems. Of the knowledge of English did help a lot. But I also had a good time, and I did the Elphinstone College, and thereafter I went to the government law college, and I started doing well, and gradually I started a good work, and but then I said that but Bombay is not Supreme Court, so I must go to Delhi. So my whole idea was going to Delhi again was I wanted to do. So let me shift from Bhavnagar to Bombay and Bombay to Delhi.
Academically, Mr. Parekh is beyond lines B. Pill Harvard, headed P.H. Parekh & Co., which was one of the premier law firms in the Supreme Court of India from 1975 to 2006. His law reform activities include association with large number of international organizations worldwide, including International Law Association and the International Bar Association, the American Bar Association, and several other Indian organizations. He works for consumer and rights and other subjects. He was chairman of Consumer Education and Research Center, Ahmedabad for 3 decades and thereafter been trustee of chairman of Consumer Education and Research Center. Moreover, he has edited and authored a number of books, articles, and spoke extensively at various national and international forums in different parts of the world.
Sir, when you come to Delhi, how was your pre-stage of practice?
In Delhi, I shifted in 1967 और मैंने पहले तो वहाँ एडवोकेट्स ऑन रिकॉर्ड होते हैं जैसे सॉलिसिटर्स बॉम्बे में होते हैं, तो उसमें मुझे पहले तो एडवोकेट ऑन रिकॉर्ड बनो तो भी आपको काम मिलता है, तो उसके बाद आप तो मैं उसके लिए AOR में पास किया एडवोकेट ऑन रिकॉर्ड और अच्छे मार्क्स से पास हुए और मुझे काम ही करना था और मैं पैसा तो था नहीं लेकिन काम करने का बहुत इच्छा था, तो आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग ए लॉट ऑफ वर्क एंड आई स्टार्टेड विथ भंडारे पारेख एंड कंपनी की लॉ फर्म बनाई सुप्रीम कोर्ट में। वो सुनंदा भंडारे थे, वो बाद में तो वो भी कि मैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जज भी बनी थी, तो हम दोनों पार्टनर्स थे और वो बिगिनिंग में बहुत काम नहीं करती थी, काम कर सकती थी लेकिन इतना नहीं, तो मेरे पास काम दे मुझे बहुत आ गया, बोला कि आप कर दो आप कर दो आप कर दो, मुझे प्रवीण कहते थे, प्रवीण आप ही कर, तो मुझे बहुत ही आई गॉट ए लॉट ऑफ इम्पोर्टेंस टू वर्क एंड दैट हेल्प मी ए लॉट. After that, we have to pass an examination of advocate on record. When only you can file cases in Supreme Court. Any lawyer can argue in Supreme Court, but he cannot file the cases unless he passes the Supreme Court's examination of advocate on record. I passed that also very well, and thereafter I became one of the highest filing lawyers was there in Supreme Court. Then a stage comes when the Supreme Court, after you become AOR, then or a junior advocate, to be जब you want to become a senior advocate, तो या तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट आपको सीनियर एडवोकेट बन सके या तो कोई भी हाई कोर्ट उनको सीनियर एडवोकेट, और सुप्रीम कोर्ट में बनना ज़्यादा मुश्किल होता है, इट्स अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट. सो आई अप्लाइड इन सुप्रीम कोर्ट एंड अगेन आई गॉट इट वेरी इजीली. आई पास दिस सीनियर एडवोकेट एंड व्हेन समवन सेज आई एम अ सीनियर एडवोकेट, lawyers know that, oh, are you senior advocate of Supreme Court or of the High Court? These are the two High Courts. All parts of High Courts can give you senior advocate. But यदि आप उनको, if they know that you are a Supreme Court senior advocate, that means it means little better. And I started doing very well. I became 10 years.
He has represented Presidents of India and Vice Presidents of India in the election petitions. Government of United States of America, number of present and past Union Cabinet Ministers, Chief Ministers, State Ministers, Ford Foundation, Election Commission of India, Bombay High Court, Patna High Court, Consumer Education Research Center, Press Council of India, the Bombay Stock Exchange, Bombay Municipal Corporation, Kalyan Municipal Corporation, Nuclear Power Corporation City, Indian Railways Catering and Tourism Crop Limited, and Industrial Development Corporation of Maharashtra and other large industrial houses.
For the first time, when you have become the President of Supreme Court Advocate on Records Association, so just first your experience.
It was very good experience because I am a person who talks to everyone and meets with everyone. I do not say that you must be a very top lawyer or not a top lawyer. I am very close to, and therefore I always was discussing with them. And when you discuss, then you learn a lot. When someone tells you, even a junior most lawyer honge, if they tell you something, then you start learning. So I was always learning because I was talking with large number of lawyers. And I will also like especially that lady lawyers were very beautifully good to me from beginning till today. there is a ladies' bar room in Supreme Court where only lady lawyers can go. But all of them, whenever they have any functions or anything to eat, they will invite me. And that is from now so many decades. The only one lawyer, man, can go to ladies' bar room is me. And that can be done if all ladies agree. Even if one lady says no, you cannot go. So I am very happy. But that is, those days only 20% were lady lawyers. Today now it has gone to 40%. It has keeps on increasing more and more the lady lawyers coming in the Supreme Court bar.
Sir, when you have become first time the President of Advocate on Record Association of Supreme Court, about your achievement, just you want to know something.
Well, I had excellent achievements because people loved me. I loved the lawyers and lawyers loved me. And that's why whatever I did, they said yes. All the lawyers are in the executive. That time I was a youngster, so I was only a member. I was not a president, etc. But it was, everyone was very happy with me. And I used to come out with some good suggestions. And I was a working man, always working. And they were all very happy and I started.
Sir, is there any memorable achievement according to you?
Well, I will tell you that I started very important clients from different parts of India. And I also was arguing very well, and large number of Supreme Court judges used to say, Mr. Parekh, you have argued very well. At the end of the arguments, they will say so, and sometimes they will write in the judgment that we are very happy that Mr. Parekh argued this matter, and he was extremely happy. In those good old days, there was a senior counsel is briefed, and an advocate on record was there. But sometimes the senior counsel goes to 3-4 other different courts. They will not turn up, and the judges will say, no, now then Mr. Parekh, you must argue because you are the senior AOR. And I used to get, and many times judges used to say, Mr. Parekh, you argued better than the senior counsel. So it was you get a little love and affection.
Yes, sir. Sir, recently you have been elected as SCBA executive member, as a senior advocate in maximum votes. So just we want about your feelings.
Well, I am very happy because there were about 2,100 voters were there, gave the voting, voters gave the voting, and I got 1900, that is the highest amongst all. Even those who are president, vice president, nobody has got so many votes. And therefore I am very happy. Love and affection of my friends is what loves me, and that is how I carry on working 365 days.
Sir, you have received honorary awards Padma Shri for your noble legal profession. So share your some feelings.
The Padma Shri is given by the President of India with the authority of the Prime Minister, and it is very good. I mean, they don't, very few lawyers get this type of things from the Padma, and I was very happy. I got it, and I love. They gave us a board of getting Padma Shri, and I love it and keep it on my table in my this.
Father, your presence across the globe is quite envious. You are also the President of Confederation of India. Which were the countries you like most for noble legal professionals?
I like UK and USA. Those countries I love as far as a lawyer, and I have gone there, and I have also argued before the courts. In fact, in London, etc., in the USA, a lawyer cannot argue. If you are a lawyer, Indian lawyers, you cannot argue, but the judges have authority to say yes that you are a lawyer of Supreme Court, but I allow you to argue, and I have done for many times in different parts of the world. I have gone and argued, and that is done only if the judge says that you are a good enough, as in the world, a good lawyer. And that is many countries I have gone and argued, and I feel very happy that the judges accept that I am a good lawyer.
Sir, give your noble message to upcoming advocates, youngsters.
I want youngsters to please work very hard from beginning and read a lot of case law, not only of Indian laws but abroad. And if they do properly and all the time and discuss with each other, the lawyers should discuss with other lawyers. You may not think of something, other lawyer may think of that. So it is always very, very good. It can be done.
Mr. Parekh has also appeared for Reliance Industries Limited, Somaya Group of Industries, Kothari Industrial Corporation, Jaypraksh Industries, Hindustan Unilever Limited, Elecon Engineering Co. Limited Group of Companies, along with hydroelectric power plants, Tamil Nadu Electricity Board, Gujarat Electricity Board, Gujarat Gas Authority of India Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, Indian Oil Corporation, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Ltd, BPCL, Tosh Group of Hostel, Oberoi Group of Hostels, International Hotel Licensing Company, Indian Sugar Miles Association, Thiru Aruran Sugar, South Indian Sugar Miles Association, Wachanagar Sugar Miles, Tata Memorial Hospital, German Remedies.
Sir, you are the devotee of Lord Sri Jagannath. About your feeling, we want to know, and about our Odisha visit also.
Yeah, I am very happy with the Lord. Is one of the greatest lords for all Hindus, and I love them. I respect them, and I am very happy. Whenever possible, I come. Whenever I come here, I definitely go and do my do all my things all the time, and I am very happy. It is good, in fact, every human being must have some love of any god of their choice, and it is good, and I am very, very happy. And whenever I used to come very many times here when I was advocate on record, but I always used to go whenever I came here.